Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, April 7th, 2025. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School has received a donation of books from Hands Across the Sea, a U.S.-based non-governmental organization dedicated to raising the literacy levels of children. Hands Across the Sea Literacy Link Palsy Wilkin made the presentation of more than 90 highly structured books, which comprise a phonetic program for struggling readers.
Previously, Hands Across the Sea would have sent books like these which were put into the library. What I have observed is that those books which are geared specifically for these children, they get lost. And when I say get lost, they get lost in the fray. Those children who really need to have these books to learn from, they don't necessarily get them. And so what I'm doing this afternoon here at EPPS, because EPPS has a literacy program going, an intervention literacy program, I am making it my business to hand those books over specifically for that program.
Witnessing the presentation were education officers responsible for literacy at the Department of Education, who accepted the donation and in turn presented the books to Principal of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School, Jessica Liebert.
I just would like to say thanks to Mrs. Palsy Wilkin, the Literacy Link for Hands Across the Sea, and take that in regards. How grateful we are for this donation, and of course, they will be put to good use in the Elizabeth Primary School to improve our reading program here at the school.
The Ministry of Human Resources in the Nevis Island Administration is sharing information regarding the Republic of Azerbaijan Scholarship Offer 2025-2026. This scholarship program is available to persons younger than 35 years who are interested in pursuing studies at the bachelor's level, persons younger than 40 years who are interested in pursuing studies at the master's level, and persons younger than 45 years who are interested in pursuing studies at the doctoral level. The scholarship covers the tuition fee, language preparatory courses, a monthly stipend for education materials, accommodation and daily expenses, flight, visa and registration, and an annual allowance for medical expenses. The following documents must be included with the application form: 2 certified copies of your diplomas and transcripts, 2 copies of your passport, 2 notarized copies of medical certificates, including HIV/AIDS and hepatitis B and C tests, 2 photos, and 2 copies of your resume and motivation letter. For further information regarding the application process, contact the Ministry of Human Resources. The application form and supporting documents must be submitted to the Ministry of Human Resources by May 8th, 2025 for onward processing. Still to come.
So I encourage persons, if you're listening to me, wherever you are in the world, if you want your children to be citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, apply while they are children.
The details after this break.
Greetings, everyone. I am the Honorable Spencer Brand, Minister with responsibility for communications, public works, water services, physical planning and environment, disaster management, post and labor in the Nevis Island Administration. I am indeed delighted to offer congratulations to the Nevis International Financial Services industry. Government revenue generated from this industry has made significant contribution to the development of our island over the past 4 decades, and we expect that the revenue will continue to ensure that our island continue to develop. Infrastructure such as roads, electricity, and water have seen remarkable improvement over the last 4 decades. I wish to embrace the success of the Navy's international financial services industry, which has redounded to the success of the livelihoods of the people of Nevis. Happy 40th anniversary and congratulations.
Welcome back. Citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis who wish to apply for citizenship through descent for their children are strongly encouraged to do so as soon as possible, as the Constitution sets an age limit for this process. Attorney General the Honorable Garth Wilkin spoke extensively about the subject on the April 2nd edition of the program In Focus.
Only persons who could have gotten citizenship through their grandparents were persons born before independence, right? And they got it at independence, right? However, a child under 18 can get citizenship through their parent if their parent is a citizen. Therefore, a grandparent born in St. Kitts and Nevis before independence can pass citizenship to his or her child born outside after independence. And that child, who is now the parent of the grandchild, can then apply for the child born outside St. Kitts to be a citizen. However, the parent cannot apply for an adult to be a citizen. And that is the point.
Wilkin says persons must act within the time frame that the Constitution outlines.
I encourage persons, if you're listening to me, wherever you are in the world, if you want your children to be citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, apply while they are children. And don't lose the opportunity to become a citizen, because they are nationals. They are persons who are proud of their country. And we want them to become citizens, but they just have to comply with what the Constitution says, because this is not legislative, this is constitutional.
Attorney General Wilkin says the government may consider a temporary arrangement for individuals who missed the opportunity to obtain a citizenship by descent during their childhood. The chiefs of law enforcement and military forces across the Regional Security System RSS member states met on Wednesday, April 2nd at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort and Royal Beach Casino. It signaled the start of a two-day discussion on security matters affecting the region. Welcoming the delegation to the island, James Sutton, Commissioner of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, said as security leaders, they must remain vigilant and proactive, ensuring that their nations are not only protected from immediate threats. These include transnational organized crime, drug trafficking, firearm trafficking, and cyber vulnerabilities. He also urged them to prepare for the broader geopolitical and economic shifts that could affect the region's stability. He further urged the security chiefs to ensure that emergency response plans, emergency communication systems, and rescue protocols are sound, up-to-date, and ready to be executed at a moment's notice by Corps officers and all other relevant agencies. During the deliberations, other RSS officials delivered presentations on various aspects of the region's security and provided pertinent updates on ongoing and upcoming projects and programs. The security chiefs meeting continued on Thursday, April 3rd, and their RSS Council of Ministers convened their meeting on Friday, April 4th. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.